Let's talk Ole Miss. Let's talk Oklahoma. What are we looking for in this game coming up next here on Locked On Sooners?
You are Locked On Sooners, your daily podcast on the Oklahoma Sooners. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Once again, thanks for making Locked On Sooners your first listen every single day. Shout out to all the everydayers out there. Tune in and subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. We're part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Jay, as you look at this Oklahoma versus Ole Miss matchup, what is your general feeling about the game?
It's really going to be their offense versus our defense. That's probably the critical conversation to have. And we've heard it all week. I mean, I've talked about it. You've talked about it. Every fan out there has totally talked about it. It's literally the most critical part of this game is how is Lane Kiffin going to scheme it up against Brent Venables? We saw last year, even with a quarterback like Jackson Dart, who could get that ball out there, we did a good job of containing most of the big problems that Ole Miss would provide. And again, we had to lead at the half. In the second half, things fell apart. I can see this team doing 10 times better when it comes to the way they played last season. And this is the money game. This is the game where our defense has the opportunity to show that they're legitimate. This is the game where we can shut up all the naysayers about, well, you really haven't played anybody. I mean, we're 6-1. We're already bowl eligible. So that's obviously a good thing for the way Oklahoma plays football. We played against some solid teams. Granted, the Texas game feels like more of an anomaly than anything. Mm-hmm. The Michigan team is back ranked in the top 25. They're playing really good ball, and their offense is starting to hum again. Auburn, whatever. But in South Carolina, meh. But that also goes back to the whole conversation we had when the season started, John. Try to tell people, man, the schedule is going to be as hard as people thought. Mm-hmm. Like the hard part's coming up now, right? You've got Tennessee, Alabama, Missouri, LSU. And those questions are, how tough is that game going to be? We had this game circled as one that we should be able to potentially win, mainly because the defense has proven to be even more stout than we expected, even though I did say at the beginning of the year, statistically, they were going to look better than they did last year. Why? Yep. Because we've got a competent offense. But I was wrong in the fact that it was only because of the offense. This defense is real. We just now get to see this is the money game that Robert Spears Jennings mentioned to us. Let's see if they can make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly going to be a challenge, but this is the game that sets you apart. If you go and you perform well in this one, I think everybody's going to have to take notice. Now, there are going to be a lot of people out there that try to claim that Ole Miss was overrated. No matter how if Oklahoma wins this one, there will be people out there trying to claim it. It's not true. Don't fall for it. This is a really good offense. They can run the ball. They can throw the ball. They've got weapons out the wazoo. Not Washington State, but out the wazoo. It's really good. It's a really good team. So if Oklahoma goes out there and they perform well, Oklahoma's going to have a chance to win this one. Yep. Just a few weeks back, the best defense that they'd played all season long was LSU. LSU held them to 24 points. So it's not like they are an unstoppable force like the 2019 LSU Tigers. It's not that. They can be slowed down. It's just, can Oklahoma slow them down? I think they can. They've got the guys in the front seven that can do it. They've got talent in the secondary. It's just a matter of, do they give up the chunk plays like Georgia gave up? Georgia is not the defense that we've come to expect from the Georgia Bulldogs. They gave up some big plays to that Ole Miss offense. This Oklahoma defense, they give up a chunk play here and there, but they don't give up a lot of them. If Ole Miss is going to live and die by that, they're not going to have a great day. But if they try to nickel and dime Oklahoma the way Texas did, that might be their better way forward, because you don't want Trinidad sitting back in the pocket for 3-4 seconds trying to find things down the field. We've seen what Oklahoma can do to mobile quarterbacks. The ones that have got away from them are the bigger, stronger ones. Arch, Lenora Sellers. If Trinidad wants to run, okay, good luck. This team, if they tackle well, it's going to be a tough day for him.
Yeah, the most important thing, like you said, is going to be tackling very well. The bigger one is going to be, we know Trinidad Chambliss is going to get out there and he's going to throw the ball. Now, it's been confirmed by Pete Nakos that he will be the starting quarterback this week. I'm not sure why we needed a confirmation on that, jokingly here, because I understood why they did it. it was mainly because Austin Simmons appears to be back healthy. I guess he's going through drills and everything, and he's about at the point of returning. But Trinidad's been balling way too good for them to even think about taking that kid out. No, don't be dumb. Be smart. Be smart here. You play the guy that's gotten you where you are. So I expect Trinidad to play most of this game. I can see a point though where Trinidad comes out, and that's because things aren't going very hunky-dory for him and the way that Ole Miss would like. Granted, like you said, he balled out against Georgia for the most part, 260-something yards, and they played hard, but they've not played against a team like Oklahoma that leads the country in tackles for loss. Right now, we're at 75. The next best team to us in the SEC is Texas A&M at 55. We got them by 20 tackles for loss, and we're averaging over 10 per game. Like the only game we haven't, I think the only game we did not get 10 tackles for loss in was against Michigan. That tells you everything you need to know about the way this team is playing. We are in a world where this Oklahoma defense could hold them, which Ole Miss averages 491 yards per game this season, could hold them under 300 yards, especially with the weather as a factor.
Well, and listen, Trinidad's going on the road for the second straight game. Ole Miss has been a pretty good first half team, not a great second half team. I wonder how the back-to-back road games going into Athens. Oh my gosh. So we have a park here in Tahlequah called Anthus Brennan Park, and I think that's what's got me tripped up. Going into Athens, then going into Norman. Got that one right. How is that going to work out for Ole Miss? Because that's two back-to-back tough road trips against two tough teams. They played a lot last week. Oklahoma's defense, again, is a lot better. It's more physical. Will that offensive line be up to the task? Part of the reason probably LSU lost that game 24-20 in Oxford was because their offense is terrible. They can't do anything consistently. Oklahoma's offense, it's pretty good. John Mateer's pretty good. They found a run game last week, and Ole Miss's run defense is 99th in the nation. This, to me, looks like a game where Oklahoma's going to want to try to run the ball again, kill the clock, own time of possession, keep Trinidad off the field, and not let them get in any kind of a rhythm. And I think Oklahoma's offense is going to have a chance to dictate the way that this game goes.
Yeah, and I'd heard a stat earlier this week. I can't verify how true it is, but I thought it was very fascinating. Like teams are like 2-10 in back-to-back road games on the second road game this season. So this is not a good situation for Ole Miss, and I'm not downplaying them. Like I said, offensively, I think they're going to be really good, and they're going to be a great test for this Oklahoma squad. But let's keep in mind this is back-to-back road games, and I think the other thing to keep in mind too is that this Ole Miss team, John, they've done something that is not a good number to have for your team. I'm going to tell you exactly what this is right now, because I need to pull up the exact number, because when I heard it, this was one stat I said I did not believe, but I pulled it up and I looked at it and I'm like, oh gosh, that's a lot. Do you know how many snaps Ole Miss played on defense last week?
How many?
84.
Woo!
That is a lot of snaps to play on the defensive side of the ball. Remember, for the uninitiated, Oklahoma's biggest problem last year was that defense never got the field.
Right.
And that team started to look gassed more and more as the season went on. Mm-hmm. They played a night game against Georgia, 84 snaps on defense. There's a very good chance that Ole Miss is beat up by the end of the second quarter, being exhausted. Our defense played 70 snaps. We also played 29 different dudes. Mm-hmm. In their game, they played 84 snaps, and they only played 19 dudes. Like, their top middle linebacker, TJ Daughtry, played 84 snaps. He played every snap of the game. Their corner, Kite, played 80 snaps. Centurion Perkins played 74 snaps. That's a lot of snaps. Mm-hmm. Whereas for us, our top guy played 48.
Yeah.
R. Mason Thomas played 48. Peyton Bowen, Robert Spears Jennings, and Peyton Boyd and Robert Spurgeon both played 47 snaps, and then Devon Jordan played 41. Stone played 40. So our players are playing roughly half to two-thirds of the snaps that they're playing. All those extra snaps have to wear you out. And I think that that's been one problem Ole Miss has had this season is they've done a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of snaps every week.
Yeah, that's going to definitely be a factor. Again, back-to-back road games, playing a lot against Georgia in a game that was an emotional shootout, one that you had and you let go of. How deflating was that? What's the distraction level with all the Lane Kiffin to Florida rumors? That's something we haven't even discussed. I mean, there's so many different layers to this game. College football playoff implications. It's a huge game. Man, I'm so excited to see Oklahoma in this one. I think it's the one that makes everybody really take Oklahoma seriously. We'll discuss more of it coming up with our predictions and our Friday fan feels coming up next year on Locked On Sooners.